Hi guys, and welcome back to a new How To in 10 episode. This one is again very highly requested, and it is all about how to edit your Instagram images to look a little bit more exciting, or to maybe follow a theme, or to maybe have a certain look that you want to kind of portray over your Instagram feed. So I thought that I would kind of show you a few little tips and tricks of how to make your Instagram feed just look a little bit more coherent. First up, if you are brand new here, it would be awesome if you could click the subscribe button and come back for more videos. I try and do a how to in 10 video every single week, and then a weekly vlog as well, so it'll be awesome to have you. If you do want some more info on this topic as well, I have also put together a blog post on inthefro.com. This one is just how to make your Instagram look beautiful, and it is an update of a blog post I wrote about 7 years ago that is still one of my most read blog posts today. But this one is a nice updated version, so if you do prefer to kind of read and you like tips in that kind of format, then feel free to go and have a peek at that. But otherwise, I'm just going to kind of nip through a few of the main tips and tricks that I would give you. Number one, I would say, is really consider your lighting. So if you find yourself in a really dark room without any light, your camera or your phone is going to really struggle to get you a picture that you would really want to use. The new feature on the iPhone, the latest update of the iPhone, it has this really cool night mode feature which does work so well. You just have to be very still when you're taking the picture, and you as the subject have to be super still as well. However, it works wonders. Me and Alex got such a fantastic picture in Venice. I'll put it up here on the screen to show you, but we took an amazing picture in Venice, super dark. All that was lit was the canal with loads of little lights in the villas around, but otherwise it was so super dark, and the phone really kind of brought it all back to life, and it was amazing. So consider where you are in terms of darkness, and I would definitely say to start using the night mode if you can, but if not, try to keep shooting your pictures to the daytime. But equally, there are also bad times of daylight too that you just don't really want to be shooting in. Primarily midday, when the sun is literally directly above you, is one of the worst times to take pictures, because the sun will be casting down like this, and then the shadow of your nose will be down over here. It never looks flattering. Every time that we ever try to shoot midday, it is always highly regretted, so just don't try it. For me, the best time to shoot would be either very early morning when the sun is just coming up and it is almost a bit of a golden tone. Then I would say around 4 or 5 p.m. when the sun is a little bit dimmer, it's almost a bit diffused, it is beautiful. Again, this depends on the time of year it is, but I'm thinking like summertime. And then when the sun really starts to go down, it starts to cast that gorgeous golden light, like the golden hour that people refer to. It's just when the light is so super deep and amber coloured, and the skin just looks so like enhanced and just beautiful. So definitely try to arrange your shooting times according to where you are. Equally, if you are traveling and you like to take travel photography, there is an iPhone app that does tell you the sunrise and sunset times of this particular city that you're in. So handy if you do want to take that much more golden hour and sunset type shots. But I also don't think you can beat a good selfie in a very well lit sunshine spot. So say, for example, if your bedroom, I'm kind of referring to my bedroom, because at like 5, 6 o'clock, the sun beams straight through, and it's that direct, gorgeous sunlight that can give you the most beautiful like selfies, if that's what you like to do. If you're into skincare or beauty or hair blogging or anything like that, you may love that kind of lighting. And again, your phone or your camera will react so much better if the lighting is really gorgeous and it can pick up the subjects properly. Tip number 2 would be about layout of your pictures. And I must admit that theming your pictures can really make a difference. At the end of the day, if people want to follow you on Instagram, it's because they are seeing your entire feed as a big mass of pictures. And if they look a little bit more curated and something that looks a little bit more like a Pinterest feed, chances are they're more likely to follow. Depends what they're following for, but a lot of people will prefer something that looks very aesthetic. One tip I would give you is I have this app called Preview. It's a layout app. So Preview, it literally allows you to preview what your feed could look like. It will put in the last maybe 25 pictures of yours, or 20, and then you're able to lay out pictures that you want to have coming up, so that you can lay everything out. You can then move potential pictures around and see if maybe you prefer, you know, the lighting one next to another one, or you know, you can really move it around and create the perfect layout. I'd highly, highly recommend that. But again, I think a layout only works so much if you do have a particular theme or colour style to your pictures. So tip number 3 would be to kind of get a bit of a style to either your picture taking, the types of pictures that you do post, or even the colours that you put inside your pictures. Me and Alex have just launched Fro presets. This is a bit of a shameless plug, but it's kind of perfect time to talk about it. So if you do go along to In the Fro, there is a little button here to press that's Fro presets. And inside of here, we have just launched about 8 different packs of presets. I know a lot of people don't often launch them all in one go, but we just thought, you know what, let's just allow our audience to see exactly what we've been using for years. So especially for me and my photos, I personally love Pop. This is a set of presets that I have curated myself. I use these on my blog, on my Instagram stories. We're just in the process actually of making filters for Instagram stories as well that match these. But for example, Pop, each time you buy the preset inside it, you've got 6, some of them have a bit more, but majority have 6 different presets that you're able to apply to your own images. I'm not going to go into how you do this, because Alex has done literally right at the bottom of the page, Alex has done a full how-to of how you install the presets. All that you'll need is the Adobe Lightroom app and you'll be all set. And then you can start to apply these presets to your pictures, and it will just mean then that your pictures, a little bit like mine do right here on my Instagram feed. I'm just in the Fro if you don't already follow me. I've kind of been using the same blues and the same tones across all of my images. I've got a bit of a blue theme going on right now. A couple of weeks ago I had this very sort of beige and neutral tone theme, and then I moved into a blue with little slices of pink colour scheme, just because I really wanted to do that. But using my own presets allowed me to create certain tones and colours that I just really love for my own Instagram. So it completely depends what kind of look you're going for. We've got Pop, which is just kind of like my Instagram feed, like lots of neutrals and just pops of the right colours that I really wanted to bring out. Then there's Tones, that is much more kind of aesthetic and playful and creative, much more artistic. Travel, there's 2 different travel packs that we use whenever we go travelling. There's loads of gorgeous blues in there and different tones that work with lots of sunshine and sea and that sort of thing. We're also going to bring out packs in the future that work for other kind of destinations. But Alex has also made 2 packs here for film. They are awesome, especially if you love following Alex's Instagram, which is @Harrison. He uses a lot of this kind of film style. It just looks like it's been taken on like an old film camera. So those are awesome. And then we've also got a pack for black and whites with loads of different tones and gradients of blacks and whites that can add a really cool effect if you prefer that kind of style, like monochrome. And then we've also got Tweaks, which is just a really simple pack. If you're really, really new to Lightroom and you just want to boost your images in certain ways, that's just like a really simple pack right there. But then we also sell them as like duo packs, and we also sell them as a full master pack. And it is amazing how many people have bought the master pack so that they can get the full, I call it the Fromatic collection. So this is like the Fromatic experience. But anyway, so those are all the presets. I'm not telling you to buy my presets, by the way. There are lots of presets out there, but if you like my analysis of photography, then you may like the presets. I'll leave a link down below if you do want to go and have a little peek. So like I was saying, have a certain style and theme to the colours and the tones that you're using in your pictures, and it will make your whole feed look so much more coherent. The 4th tip as well, kind of going back to the layout that I mentioned, is try and mix up what kind of images you're posting. I know for years I went through a phase where I only posted pictures of my face and I refused to post anything else because it never got the same amount of engagement. As it turns out now, I've kind of got to the point where I'm so bored of seeing my own face, and I personally prefer pages of like different Instagram feeds from people who have a much more aesthetic view on how they post. And one picture will be a flat lay, one will be a home picture, one will be gorgeous interiors, one will be a selfie. And it gives a real feel of someone's lifestyle, and it's not just face, 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 outfit, 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 outfit. That works so well for so many people. It worked for me for a long time. I just admit I have just become a little bit bored of myself in that way, so I've started to mix it up. So just something to think about. I remember, for example, a long time ago as well, I used to do a picture of me, a picture of something else, a picture of me, a picture of something else, and that's how I kind of broke it up into a grid. Just have a little think about what you prefer, and again, just have a think about what kind of content you're posting, because that will very much dictate the type of style of layout that will work well as well. The fifth tip I would say is also have a think about the quality of the pictures you're putting up. It is interesting that I feel the quality of Instagram pictures has only degraded over the last years or so. The consumer of Instagram content, including myself, you get bored of certain types of images and it comes and goes in waves. 8 years ago, the flat lay and the food lay was huge. Then people got bored of it, so no one posted flat lays or food layouts. It's made a comeback. The same way that at one point Instagram used to be completely taken on your phone, quite fuzzy quality, was never that great. Then it became a lot more editorial. I know especially my content did, and I mean I've got like the most crazy camera now that you can take the best pictures on. But yeah, I find sometimes taking a really lower quality photo does better. Sometimes people prefer that in the moment vibe about Instagram. They don't want a really polished picture. So again, have a think about what your audience prefer the most. You can get a bit of a vibe of what people like by seeing which photos get the most likes in your feed, but equally I think that's harder to really statistically analyse now, because some days your pictures just won't be seen the same because of the algorithm. So it's hard to be like, well, this one got loads of likes, therefore my audience like this, when actually they may have loved this picture, but the algorithm didn't let you see it as much. So it's kind of hard to analyse that in the same way. The last thing I want to show you as well is just a few little editing tips as well. I thought that could be quite handy. So I am just going to screen record what I'm about to do. I'm going to reset this picture back to import. So this is a picture of my bedroom. I just want to show you a few little tweaks and edits that you can do to make this come alive a lot more and just look a bit more aesthetically pleasing. So first up, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to do it because this is what I would do. I'm going to go to presets and I'm going to go to my pop LUTs right here. So these, for example, are a few of my different presets and how they work on this image. I'm going to go with pop 5 because I really like that look. I'm just going to press tick. So now my preset is on there. However, our presets, they don't alter the brightness of your pictures. So all you have to do is just go and do that yourself, only because we don't know what light you shot this in. You could have shot this in the brightest light ever, and if we edit your brightness via the preset so it's super bright, you're not going to be able to see anything. We prefer for you to edit your own lighting according to what picture you're using. So I'm going to go to light down here and I'm going to up the exposure a little bit on this image just to really pop it up a little bit. You can also say, if I'm going to put it quite bright like this, bearing in mind that it does look a little overexposed, therefore I'm going to go to the highlights and I'm going to bring down the highlights a little. This will keep the picture still looking really bright, but it will bring down any of the really overexposed tones. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of contrast in here as well. The shadows are really ramped up on here, which I really like, which is how I built the preset. So that there now is perfectly edited. That is gorgeous and it would work so well. So I'm just going to go to the top, export to camera roll, and there it is. I'm going to show you a different picture. I might show you this picture of me. So this is how it looked when I imported it. Again, I'm going to go to my presets. I'm going to go to pop, they're my favourite. One of my favourite things for selfies is pop 6. It just really makes everything look quite neutral toned and kind of blasts the shadows out a little bit so everything looks quite washed. I really love that effect. So pop 6 I love, but I think for this I might go for pop 3. I love that one there. Here we've got a little bit of blue tones, if you can kind of see in the back with the cushions looking like this. One way to edit your colours, if you're finding this is happening as well, that'll be to do with the lighting most likely. And the more we pop the lighting, the more those blues will come or go. What you need to do is go to colour and go up here to mix. I'm going to go to blue tones. I'm going to pop the luminance of those so nice and bright, but I'm also going to bring down the saturation of blues, and if you can just see, those blue tones start to either come or go. So I'm going to get rid of them a little bit there. Equally, maybe I want to make my lips a little bit brighter. I'm going to go back to that mix again, go to reds, And you can change the colour of your lips here just by changing the hues of the reds. But also I might just want to make them a little more nudie. Maybe add a little less saturation. So I'm going to pull the saturation down, maybe want to make them brighter so you can up the luminance like this, or even much darker like that. And already that's looking a lot more like how I want it to look. Final tip is just for small blemishes or little spots that you might have had break out on your face. You don't have to edit your skin. I'm going to put this out there now. You do not have to edit anything about yourself. Don't get rid of your cellulite. Don't get rid of any of your skin imperfections if you don't want to. This is more for if you've just had a big breakout on your face and it's going to be gone in a week, but you want to put this picture up and you don't want that picture to always have this old spot on there. This is just for that. All you have to do is I would just really go in a little closer on the skin. Now for me, I just have two little, they're absolutely tiny, but I'm just showing you how to use the tool here. These are two little blemishes I've never been able to get rid of. Never mind how much electrolysis I've tried, they won't go. So I often just give them a little dot dot to get rid of them, just to make my forehead a bit smoother. Just go here to the healing tool. Now, just this very top of these three little sections here on this left hand side, just get hold of this and then drag it downwards to make the spot smaller or to make it larger like this. Now for this I just want it around this size so I can pinpoint exactly where I want. And all I'm going to do is pinpoint that spot. What it does is creates a second circle, and that's where you're almost cloning from. So you could move the circle down onto your eyebrows, for example, and your eyebrows would now be on your forehead up here. So you've just got to, find an area of your skin that you can almost clone it from to show it, I want my skin here to look like my skin over here. So it just covers up the spot. Same way down here, I'm going to cover up this one. I'm going to use space from up there. Those two little blemishes now are gone. That was literally just to show you the tool. I realised that they don't need removing. But anyway, now that picture is, again, perfectly ready to be used. Those are by far my most used editing tips. Just using the healing tool to get away any blemishes, using colours if you just want to change maybe the colour of your lips, or maybe because of the lighting your skin looks a bit too saturated, you can reduce the saturation of your skin using the orange tones, but also just popping your own pictures with the lighting. Okay, and that is everything for today, guys. Again, it's gone a little bit over 10 minutes, but I just thought this is quite an interesting topic. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. I will leave a link down below for Pro Presets if you are interested, but also it would be amazing if you did come back for other videos, so please do subscribe if you are brand new. Otherwise, thank you so much to everyone for watching, and I'll see you soon.